Hi there. I was thinking about the old Bill Hicks routine, life as a ride. The phrase really stuck with me when Bill Hicks described life as a ride in a very moving little bit. And I was thinking, why do I like that so much? And what I think is that what Bill Hicks was getting at when he was calling life a ride was that he was fundamentally picking up on something that can only really be described as a religious existentialist, which is what I think Bill Hicks was. And it basically is a reshifting of one's consciousness in an entirely different direction. Life as a ride points to relating to life as a certain kind of experience, relating to it in its fully experiential terms, not looking at the world for validation by one's reflection in the world or one's perceived reflection in the world of how they're negotiating that situation, nor one's perception of self in terms of, have I hit my own personal landmarks, have I done this? That's better, but that's not it either. No, it's going one level deeper, where it is asked, how am I riding the ride? What kind of ride am I on? What kind of aesthetic experience is a human life? And what might that imply about what reality is? You know, it is basically impossible at this point. There's like 0% chance that you're not being recorded. Just letting you know. I mean, with everything we know about human technology as it is now, how we love to record each other, singularity theory, holographic principle, digital physics, and finally, you know, when you come to concepts like God, it's just, I mean, it's already assumed that it's being recorded in the mind of God in some incomprehensible way. So you're being recorded. I mean, you know that. So why not relate to life totally in that direction as the ride itself? And that's the source of value. Because the only way you can do that is by embracing it fully in love, because it's too scary otherwise. You have no predictive powers, really, about what's going on in the world. Space-time is like a good set that you're moving through. But you can only do that if you're ethically perfect. This is the promise of Christianity. You can only do it if you're actually free because you're perfect ethically. And you can only know you're perfect ethically because you're following Christianity, which has been revealed to you as the truth. Because it does have the correct values. And Christianity is not the religion of guilt, it's the religion of guiltlessness. Or rather, forgiveness. And forgiveness truly means you can leave it behind. You are forgiven. You have to be the one to let it go, ultimately. And not just kind of let it go. I mean, if you have been forgiven your sins, and you're serious about taking up the offer of love, which has been offered to you, you just take it. You have to take the offer of love. It's not about guilt. It's about letting go of all guilt. You have freedom to let go of all guilt about everything. Because you've been forgiven. But now you have to be ethically perfect and desire righteousness. All those terms. It's because you actually like the heat of it, the fire of it. It's amazing because it's freedom. Because you're relating to the ride now in a proper way. You're not relating to it as a world game. You're relating to it as an ethical game. So now you find a story to participate in. And if you ever think it's about you, you're probably wrong. Other than the fact that it's always about you because you're the thing writing it. So you have to evaluate it from that perspective, from the aesthetic perspective of the person in it, as the character. And the rules are high in this game, man, because you are supposed to be ethical. That's the point of the game. It's an ethics game. Because it has to transform your will from the inside out. It's what reality is about. People hemming and hawing about, do ethics even exist? It's all a game of the will, in which the will is evaluated aesthetically. Get with the program. It's about that. So it's a ride, but it's a game, and it's plays for stakes. Participate. Become a Christian. Let go of all fear. Really forgive yourself. Let it go, and embrace love, and see what happens. Who knows what'll happen? But the world's like that. That's what reality's like. Fear has power, man. Fear has power. If you let it. But it has no power if you don't let it have power. Because it's just fear, because what's on the other side of it is love, and you don't understand that yet. But you will. Jesus did. Because he was just open. His mind had no fear. Because he obeyed. He had no fear, and God could just play his mind like a harp. The music of the heavens. That's why he was God. Because he was totally open. So he was man and then divine at once. Because he was totally determined from the outside. God was determined from the outside. Jesus was determined by the outside. Whereas everything on the other side of Jesus, his world, the babies his mother gave, were determined on the inside. From the freedom. And all that excess sin that couldn't be fixed in the system went to that cross. And he was the causal nexus, boom, out. Because God could just play him like a harp. He was totally perfect and determined from the outside, but from the inside it felt like a totally free man making a choice. And where's the truth? I mean, that's the causal nexus. That's where it all comes together, in causation. Right at the cross. Reality at the cross. Boop, in the center. Life is a ride. It's the ride of Jesus Christ. It is the ride of Jesus Christ. Go on the ride. Become a Christian. Confess your sins. Let it go. Love. Freedom.